This morning is the St. Louis Zoo. I love zoos. This is going to be cool. This is actually a free zoo to get in at $15 for parking, but this will be a lot of fun to check it out. So this morning we're at the St. Louis Zoo. I've actually never been here before, so this will be a lot of fun to check out. The zoo is free admission. It does cost for parking. It's $15 currently, but I've actually never been here, so I'm really excited about this one. There are some additions that you can pay for, things like the train and the sea lion show and a few things like that. We'll probably be skipping those just because our budget's really, really tight. But I'm excited, so come along with me. Let's go check it out. So when you walk in, at least through the north entrance, you come into the Welcome Center, and that's your stroller rentals and everything there. And then as you kind of zoom around the atrium here, and we're here before the zoo actually opens, which is why you don't see anything open. But there's the treetop shop, the gift shop. You've got the Cafe Kudo. The actual zoo entrance is there. A theater right there. And then there's also even more downstairs. So this is kind of nice. It's 20 minutes before the zoo opens, actually almost 30, and yet we can still come on out. He said there may not be animals necessarily out yet because that'll start about 9, but we were given permission. Come right on in. It's open. Let's go. So, well, just had a really nice talk with somebody here and found out a couple insider tips. If you were here early in the morning, the zoo officially opens at 9. Well, from 9 to 10, they have several things that are free that normally you would have to pay for. So like the children's zoo opens up, and from 9 to 10, it is free, as long as you're in before 10. They let you feed the mantas, the manta rays, down at the feeding pool from 9 to 10, free. And they've got a couple of the other things that normally they would charge for. Well, from 9 to 10, they're free for people here early in the morning. So we're going to go feed the mantas, which usually would cost money. And then we'll come back to the children's zoo, which would usually cost money. So that was really nice to know. So thank you to the gentleman who just told us that. It means we get to go experience some other stuff. So one thing you can see that's open early is the penguins. Yep, they're out here playing around. And it definitely smells like fish. He's coming back for more. Maybe.
It doesn't hurt my
Well, that was a lot of fun. It had something kind of surprised me a little bit. I had a lady walk up, one of the employees, ask if my camera was waterproof, which kind of took me back a little bit. I'm like, well, I think so, but I don't want to find out for sure. So, well, because if it was, I would have let you dunk your camera in to get a good shot. Wow, that would have been nice. So I don't know if that's normal or not, but I've been very, very impressed with the employees and how friendly they are about things like that. So that's been really kind of neat so far. We're going to head on over and check out the children's zoo. My wife stopped here for a minute because if you look out in the water, there's swans out there, beautiful swans. And she's just like totally lost looking at the swans. But apparently we found out from another person too that you can come in a couple hours before the zoo's open, get here early enough, the parking is free along the side of the street, so you can come in and not have to pay a penny and enjoy it, which that's really cool. Children's zoo, first hour is free. So we're going to come check out some of the unique things that are in here. Because I've been told there's things like Tasmanian devils down in here. Ooh. I wonder if they spin around and make all sorts of weird noises like... Look! It's a zebu! You know, I know a cucumber that sang a song about zebu. Sing a song about zebu. He's gonna look the other way. Hey, zebu! There he is! And yes, Margaret has once again found the alpacas. Can you tell she's still slightly in love with South America? Even though it's been 40 years? That's her childhood she's looking at. What was that you just said? This thing like just totally made fun of me. And now he ain't going to do it. Okay. And they say I am confused sometimes. You win. So what kind of bird is it that made that really weird noise? Would you believe it is an American crow? A crow. That's all you is a crow. And you didn't sound anything at all like a crow. This is the entrance to the River's Edge area. And just really pretty. Lots of rivers, waterfalls.
Oh yeah, would need to be careful.
People aren't quite sure how to move out of the way. Gee, let's just block the whole thing. Right there. Hard seat player. Although there are some funny looking apes out in the pen. But they're obviously doing some maintenance work and cleanup in there for the gorillas later. As well as apparently getting their cart stuck. And ready, set, push. This looks a lot like some of the places we saw down in Florida. Very much like it.
Let's try to agree. So everybody
Kind of neat how they've got this whole enclosure with a full tree inside of it. And
That's like a heron. It looks like a heron.
neat job with this. Press penny machine. No penny? No problem. It'll actually even take credit cards. All 8 pennies? Instantly. This is really cool. So, for my son, there are 8 freshly pressed pennies. Awesome. Alright, so we walked around almost this whole entire thing and we couldn't figure out where the critters were. Finally found them. They are hiding way back there. And of course, why couldn't we find them? Well, it's because they're just lying around. Lazy lions. The Red Rocks area of the zoo has all sorts of stuff up here. You can see there's a giraffe down there. They've got the big cats that are actually up that direction. You got a couple of docents here with a animal fur. showing kids and talking to them. And then zebras are up that direction. And then you have wonderful little critters like that. So wild burros, donkeys, cattle, a number of other things up here. So, nice area of the zoo. Have to admit, one thing I'm really pleased with is how much is grown in. It's very shady and comfortable. It's very pretty that way. You know, tourists a lot of times are such pigs. You know, pigs. And then more pigs. Why do they gotta be such pigs? Gee whiz! So originally built in 1934, we're gonna go see the birds. About time. Sometimes this is just all for the birds. But you can see it's actually a big huge bird cage. Helps if I pull. Gives you an idea. Wow, look at this building. This is very cool. Look at the architecture in here. You can see the birds. And this is a neat building. Look at the hornbill. And then in the center of this classical building, this is all open air. So these birds, if they want, they can come in and out, fly around, and they can go explore the building if they want. It's just a really neat building. I think this was built in 1934, and just an amazing looking place. This is part of the historical hill area. And it's like you're walking in a jungle. As this duck goes flying by, and you can see the ducks there, and there's a couple fowl back there. Just an amazing place. One of the things that's really, really cool with this birdhouse is how close you can get to these birds. I mean, you can see there is the edge of the sidewalk right up, and there's really nothing preventing you from reaching out and touching them, except hopefully common sense, which is really amazing when you consider they have some extremely dangerous birds in here. I mean, look at these things. Can you believe they have them so close? They actually brought a couple of alpacas out to meet people, I guess. Walk around. See them just kind of walking around there. Doesn't look like they're actually letting anybody touch them, just kind of walk around a little bit. Kind of a neat way to experience an alpaca. So we've done the rounds on the train. We're kind of heading back up towards the front. We're going to go past the carousel, past the bears and the penguins, and then we've got done for the day. It's approaching 3, and we're tired. We're showing our age and being out of shape. But really love the zoo. Very pretty. And I know I totally forgot to show any of the food. There's lots of little food places. 2 or 3 nice eateries. And yeah, just a very nice place. Okay, this is kind of cool. As you walk into the penguin exhibit, I mean, nice white ceiling, but then you can see So St. Louis has a couple of grizzly bears here. And their grizzlies are apparently rather interesting. You can see the crowd.
Hey, look at that. Look at hey, he's sticking his head out of the water. That's how they catch the fish and salmon in the wintertime. We're up in. Yeah. This is the one that Grizzly killed that. He killed those guys in the last, or well, the guys.
That gives you a little bit of a look at the St. Louis Zoo. I realized after we ate lunch, I didn't record anything there, but there are several different eateries, a bunch of different options as far as food goes, lots of snack bars around in the zoo. So there's a lot to see and do. I have to say, I am really impressed with the zoo, especially when you consider it costs you nothing to get in. You can come in early, and during that first hour the zoo is open. You've got the carousel and the manta rays and the children's zoo are all free, where otherwise they cost later in the day. So that actually can save you a bunch of money as far as paying for things if you get here before the zoo actually opens. Plus, you can actually walk around in the zoo before it opens officially, which is really cool. So, very neat zoo. If you're on a budget, well, this is fantastic. Get here early before the zoo opens. You can park free, otherwise it's $15 parking. Doesn't cost you anything to get in, doesn't cost you anything to do anything in the zoo, and you can always bring in your lunch as well. So it's just a really neat place, and it's actually right next to this beautiful park too, and there's all sorts of picnic pavilions and stuff there as well, and flies going in my eyes. So there's the St. Louis Zoo. Thanks for joining me for the day.